At an age when many professional players start contemplating retirement, Jennifer Capriati mounted one of the most impressive comebacks in the history of the modern game. In 2002, at 25 years of age, the Florida native proved she could still compete at an elite level by winning the year's first two majors and reaching the semi-finals of its second two. For Jennifer, who turned pro at the tender age of 13 and dropped off the tour 4 years later because of drug and personal problems, simply playing tennis again would have been a significant feat. But her resurgence proved the old adage that dreams can come true. And for the one-time world's #1, they did. Jennifer was born on March 29, 1976 in New York State and was groomed to be a tennis champion from her first day on a court. While she was still a toddler, her Italian dad Stefano and mum Denise became members of a Long Island tennis club. Here, Stefano, a self-taught player and coach, encouraged his daughter to roam the tennis courts. Later, when Jennifer's burgeoning talent became obvious, the family moved to Florida, where the 10-year-old began an intense training program with Jimmy Evert, the father of tennis champ Chris. A relaxation of tour regulations enabled Jennifer to turn pro a year early at the age of 13. She stepped onto the court for the first time as a professional at the Virginia Slims tournament in March 1990. Swiftly crushing her opponent, she got all the way to the finals before falling to Gabriela Sabatini. The following year, a 14-year-old Jennifer reached the semi-final of the French Open and later became the youngest player ever seeded at Wimbledon. So promising was the teenager from Florida, Jennifer was matched with Martina Navratilova on the doubles circuit. Lucrative $1 million endorsements piled in as she went on to win a gold medal at the Barcelona Olympics in 1992. But by then her fans had noticed that the young player didn't seem to be having fun anymore. When I looked in the mirror, I actually saw this distorted image. I was so ugly and fat, I just wanted to kill myself, Jennifer once told the media. A series of run-ins with the law followed, including a 1993 shoplifting incident and a May 1994 arrest for marijuana possession. Jennifer retreated from the spotlight, and between 1994 and 1996, the former child prodigy, with so much potential, played just a professional tennis match. Taking time off from the sport, she enrolled in high school. She also found solace in drug rehabilitation. Then in fits and starts, she returned to the circuit. The player, once destined for greatness, went 5 years without winning a Grand Slam match. Her fight back effectively began in January 2001 when she arrived at the Australian Open in peak condition and stunned top seed Martina Hingis 6-4, 6-3 to win her first Grand Slam title. Proving her performance down under was no fluke, Capriati survived a showdown with Kim Clijsters in June at the French Open final to become the first American woman since Chris Evert in 1986 to win in Paris. At Wimbledon, Capriati tore through the opening rounds, riding a 19-match Grand Slam winning streak into her semi-finals face-off against Justine Henin. Though the Belgian rallied to win 2-6, 6-4, 6-2 and end Capriati's bid for a slam sweep, Capriati used the energy and drive she had been fueled by all year to reach her first US Open semi-finals in a decade. After jumping out to a 4-1 first-set lead against eventual champion Venus Williams, Capriati faded and ultimately lost 6-4, 6-2. Though disappointed by defeat, Capriati closed out 2001 with grace, and in October displaced Hingis to become the world's #1 player for the first time in her career. Jennifer was back with vengeance. Jennifer came out of the year with something far more important than titles, a top ranking and Laura's Sportswoman of the Year award. It was renewed confidence. It put truth to her belief that dreams do come true if only you keep believing in yourself.